Watch as a gaslighter uses piss-poor techniques to try and get control of everyone around him.
Okay, well, I mean, I disagree with you.
Bend him immediately!
You want the trash, I got it all for you. Let's rehash the mess together. A sassy hole that only speaks the truth. Nobody gaslights you better.
Hello, I'm Wilko, this is Rehashed, and we are in the weeds. Oh no, it's just Julia's shoulder pads again, of Season 13 of Married at First Sight. It is night 2 of Intimacy Week, and we are greeted with Rebecca realizing her worth, finally, and ready to ditch the silver flop in the bin. She keeps saying things like, I'm done, but on this show we've heard it all before, because Stephen Sr. has accused her in the big blow-up, which we do not see on camera, that Rebecca isn't here for love. She has ulterior motives. Yes. And you know what? That's really easy to believe, V-Neck King. I mean, out of everyone that's on this show, Rebecca's the one that you come for, saying that she's here for the wrong reasons? Shut up, Steve.
There's actually no coming back now.
And with that, Rebecca is out of there. Thank goodness for her. And also note this season how easily people are leaving. Like, they're just leaving so freely. I guess we're not holding them captive anymore. I feel, to me, it's clear that she's only here for love and she's breaking down. I think Steve has just acted like this because he wants her to pull the pin so he can sit there and play the victim. You watch, he'll sit there and say, well, I wanted to try and make it work, but she left. But you left, Rebecca. The next day, when asked what happened, Steve Sr. rolls his eyes so hard that I was worried a stroke hit. And I also hope that you noted this as well when he said they just had an argument again. But I think, and I know my memory is terrible, but is this the first argument we've seen from them? Like, he makes it sound like there's been a few, but the edit has been focused on other bin fires and we've missed a huge chunk of this backstory.
I don't think I'm doing a lot wrong.
Yeah, but you would say that, wouldn't you? There isn't, like, one thing that you could have done better, Steve Sr.? Not one thing. But I get it. You are the man, so why would you be the one in the wrong? That's actually crazy. It's always the overly emotional woman. Steve says he was just calling out a few little things, and she was obnoxious. Add to that her high and low emotions, and you know what? They are very tricky to deal with because they're happening on the daily. Steve Sr. is just tired of it. Hi, I'm Wilko. Here's my take. You tried to make her mad by saying that she wasn't genuine, knowing full well that she is. It worked, she flipped, and then you call her crazy and you make it sound like she's unstable. Am I close? Ooh, I feel like I might be onto something. Listen here, old man. You know we've seen gaslighting before, right? So in 2026, this behavior has a name. She is emotional, loud, rude, and crude, according to her scientific match. I mean, if we took a shot every time he called her emotional, I'd be as drunk as Beck in Fiji. But I do think that putting a woman in her place is Steve's fantasy, so I guess it's a real success for fantasy night. Over with Scotty and G-Banger, they had a great night with their totally not sponsored rub down.
I'm just not used to being dominated.
Well, being with someone like Gia, I would get used to that sensation if I was you. Lean into it, as Julia would say. God, she'd say a bunch of other shit too, but none of that word salad sticks for me. Melusian and the farmer have had a miraculous turnaround, y'all. She's even running to the door to greet him. It's amazing what a redemption arc can do for people. We find out that Putt-Putt was a huge success. The farmer won, and the Melusian was a sore loser. Guys, finally, this is the rom-com we've been looking for. She even compliments his fit for the boys' Rampola session. So many smiles are handed out. Guys, thank goodness I believe in love again. Thanks, MAFS. Sometimes people accuse me of too much sarcasm, so I was really just trying to be as genuine as I possibly could there. Beck, who is wearing one of Stephen Sr.'s V-necks, is raving about the fantasy night she had with the Danaconda. Danny even stopped himself from cracking one joke. Now we know that Rehashed has lost her funny bone after Float Your Boat rejected her kiss invitation demand. No, it was an invitation because it said please. Now Rachel has pushed past sad overnight in her own service department away from the boat boy, and she has moved on to anger. Rachel says she feels confused. Like I said in the last episode, if he doesn't like you like that, then it's good that he didn't kiss you, but it does feel like he's been leading her on emotionally as if he might be on the same page. Because at the commit me, he was spruiking that he was feeling some stuff. Now we know that not to be true. Rachel, is now sending a clear message to old mate. She is going to dock her boat somewhere else. When she arrives...
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Oh my God, is it her birthday? Is it her birthday today? Oh, that's rough. The night before her birthday. And now this... Okay, Rachel is so cold during this and just starts packing all of her shit while he just sits there and disassociates as best he can. I mean, did you even try to talk to her? Float Your Boat says, this isn't a good sign. No, I wouldn't say so. He does offer to leave so she can pack alone, and she's like, whatever makes you feel comfortable, because I guess it's all about you. I'm paraphrasing. She's even taking the toilet paper and the cleaning products. There you go, Steve, and everything that your mum would have done for you to make your life nice has now been removed, and you can go back living the bachelor life. I know Rachel's trying to make a point, but why bother? So I guess that's going as well as we could expect. Brooke last night has had another flip. She is now wanting space from her husband. His name is Chris Neild.
I have to be a little bit selfish.
You, Brooke, selfish? No, I will not hear this negative self-talk. Stop that. This makes me so mad, MAFS producers. We have missed so much. Last night, she was seen hugging him because he was being cute, and now she wants space from him because he can't be the man she needs, and Brooke isn't here to train a boy, which I totally agree with. She keeps talking about his slip-ups. But I think there are way more slip-ups than just the audition video, right? What a crock of shit this is. He keeps talking to her about the feelings that they're sharing. And Brooke looks, she looks repulsed by this comment alone. I want to know more of his little slip-ups. I don't buy any of Brooke's shit, by the way. She didn't like him from the start, and I don't think even if they partnered her with someone that she'd really like, no matter how perfect, I think other things are at play here with this woman. But Chris Neild, he tries to keep that door just open a little bit, at least ajar, for them as a couple. But her replies are giving me zero confidence. And I guess that's where we leave that? Like, does that mean that this is done? Is she gone? If so, why is Chris headed to the sex workshop with Rampola? Please also note that when we do arrive to the sexploration class, sexploration? No, that works. Steve Sr. says this.
All the better for seeing you and being here.
Oh, yes, butter her up, Silverflop. This one is going to be a slog for you because talking sex is not the conservative way. Danaconda has been inspired by Brooke's Canadian tuxedo at the Commit Me, and he is rocking a double denim / Peaky Blinders collab, maybe. And there are some real positives from the fantasy night, but the negatives are also very clear. Grayson shares that his question and answer session that were not sexy questions at all was not the intimacy that he was looking for. Yes, she really could have asked these questions at any time of the day. He reiterates that he feels like he's just wasting his time because Julia is kind of shoving him away. I don't think she's shoving you away. I think she's playing a game. I think everything's a game with her, and I don't even know if she realizes. Float Your Boat gets his chance to share, and as we know, it did not go well. Danny says that he should have just given her a kiss for fuck's sake, but I can see both sides. The issue here is the leading her on and saying that he feels a connection and is then denying her a kiss. That's the weird part. Boat Boy is questioned as to why he stayed, and he said that he hoped he would get there with the whole romantic connection. And I think everyone can see that he's full of shit. Grayson tears up because he feels like he might be the Rachel in his own situationship at the moment. Sorry, TV marriage. Chris also shares with the group. He is also the only one, I guess, at this stage, knowing full well that Brooke is fucking gone. He says that there's a roadblock with her. Is the roadblock that she's not going to be TV married to you anymore and she's left for the GC? Also, could the roadblock be her ex, maybe, that she dumped 2 weeks before auditioning for this show? To be honest, though, it is such a turnaround from the guy in the audition video now. He's talking about how he wants to show her that he is ready to turn it around while she's halfway back to the GC already. If not physically, certainly mentally. Now, let's you and I get what we really want. Stephen Sr. has to explain his TV wife's fantasy night. Yeah, pull a chair around. Grandpa's got a story, guys. He says, and he admits, that there were some sexy outfits purchased, but she didn't put them on. Wait, in case what? The conservative gods see? I don't know. He really wants to stress that to his conservative friends. He says that she didn't put them on for me because it would have made me feel uncomfortable. And the other grooms internally start calling bullshit. He also says that it bonded them more because she didn't come in dressed up like that. She was thinking, what would Stephen Sr. want? I know he would want me to serve him a wine and have me shut my loud, crude mouth on my fantasy night. Thankfully, Scott actually calls him out because he heard a different story from Rebecca. Because the girls talk, and Stephen hates when the girls talk. Apparently, she was excited to dress up and play around, and then all of a sudden, she didn't want to because Steve is a piece of shit.
I didn't say don't do it.
Oh, yeah, you did. Well, maybe not verbatim, but you did say, what was the words? Like, I rather you didn't? Like someone is then going to chuck on the sexy businesswoman outfit and stomp the house down boots, mama. Oh, and he drops the C word again. Conservative. He doesn't want people watching that. But the question is actually posed to him, what happens when the cameras leave though? Did some of the fantasy get realized for Rebecca then? Well, no, because you were never going to do that, but you also made her have a blow up and then she left. Steve then makes the claim boldly, which is great because for a second I thought that maybe Rebecca was like telling the story with a lot of hyperbole. But we hear it from his actual mouth that Rebecca isn't here only looking for love. No, she's here for ulterior motives. Rampolla pushes back on that and Steve says, just because she didn't add these other reasons to the audition tape doesn't mean that they don't exist. And during this whole exchange, I think to myself, for a man who is the opposite of opinionated, it's so odd hearing so many fucking opinions from him. It's then explained back to him the purpose of the night and how that it wouldn't have been good for Rebecca to be in this situation.
What I'm
Last night
hearing.
wasn't good for either one of us.
Shut up. I mean, come on. Aren't you a toxic little man? I love when a villain takes the mask off in MAFS. It's actually glorious. Let's all just soak in it for a second. Like we knew he was bad, but now when like the mask is removed and oh, God, it's good. Look at the way that Steve is sending daggers to Rampolla as she tries to make him see reason. How dare this immigrant come in here and tell him how to treat a woman? He then wants to get into semantics over his comment. I find Rebecca attractive. He said it on the Commit Me couch. But Stephen Sr. said, no. He meant her personality is attractive. And let him mansplain this to you, Rampolla. There are many different types of attraction, internal and external, which I also call bullshit for because you've come for her how much you dislike who she is whenever her back is turned, you coward. This 50-something-year-old man is saying externally she is beautiful and there are parts internally that he likes. In fact, that he finds adorable, but not all of her. Just be direct, Silverflop. Like, he denies that he's dancing around the subject, but none of this. Like, maybe we should put Julia the bisexual with Steven. But Steve, you ask him a question and he is going to give you a genuine answer. Shake him like a magic 8-ball and see what you get, Rampolla. I think it'll be different every time.
I don't have an earpiece in my ear. I'm not waiting for someone to tell me what to say.
Come for her! What part of Rampolla's personality makes you think that she's not going to rip you a new one for that? Also, defensive much, you weak little man? You are pressed slightly with some of your views being challenged, and this is how you react? I repeat, your sad old man games don't work here. We've seen all this shit before. I love that he came for her being a mouthpiece for the producers, which he totally is, but I mean, rookie move. Excellent for the trash, mess, and drama. Rampolla says she does not take it well. And then the rest of the boys pile on Steve. Oh no, Steve, you had the boys. You had them on your side. They all backed you up at the Commit Me like they didn't say anything, but now they're speaking up. But now, sadly, the hoe is coming before the bros. It's also the way that he's speaking to her that makes me feel the most icked out. He kind of laughs and says, okay, it's so dismissive. I love it. Then obviously he says he was misinterpreted. What did you mean? Please share, Silverflop. Unfortunately, the review for this class Rampolla has given is not going to be great from Stephen Sr. He says there was nothing for him to take from Rampolla's sex session. But it's perfect for us because now we can clearly see the exact guy that Rebecca's been living with. When they return to their TV brides in the maze, the women love all the goss from the session. Oh, I tell you what, if you're a straight man and you're not running straight home to your wife to tell her the goss, you are failing as a husband. They cannot believe the accusation that Rebecca isn't here for love. You think she's here to be an influencer? Not one part of her screams, I'm only doing this for likes and follows. I also can't believe that Rebecca came back to the apartment, BT Dubs. She's sitting there waiting for her Prince Charmless to return. Maybe hoping that he has woken up to himself. And you know what, at his age, if it hasn't happened, It ain't gonna, babes. Steve Sr. walks in as if he's just returned from war. He also points out that the reason he didn't want to do the intimacy challenge because he's not on sex at first sight. He's on married at first sight. I'd also love to really see his audition tape and if he discussed sexual intimacy in the initial process, because he makes it sound like this has no place in his life. Also, and I don't know if I've said this before, have you seen the show that you applied for? How many times do I need to yell this at people? You'll also notice in this argument, his gaslighting continues. He says something like, it isn't sex at first sight, and then he denies that he made it about sex, and then kind of laughs/scoffs at Rebecca for saying it. Gaslighter. Rebecca calls everything he's saying laughable. And it really is. Also, are you ready? You know what else is laughable? What a segue. I have another channel with my friend Courts, my BFF, my hag for life. And I promise you will get laughs from every single episode because you're not meant to put food in your back hole. Front hole only, or front top hole if you're a girl.
Tell me what you mean by front top hole. I don't know if you're quite understanding the anatomy of a woman. Oh, the mouth. Okay.
We talk pop culture, what's making news, and we also get very nostalgic with a bunch of different series on the channel. If you like my humor, you're a sicko, but if you do, then you're going to love Wilko and Courts. The link is pinned in the comments below. Give it a watch. Back to Rebecca, and now she is sick of being half of who she is around this man. And she's also worried that she might be too much for him. Steve then confirms, chances are you are too much for me. Direct quote. Again, putting it all on her. Sometimes, sweet baby angel, I lay in bed and I think, wouldn't it be nice to win lotto? Or maybe, like a rich sweet baby angel, might leave their money to me in their will. This is a call to everybody. So I can keep making my silly little videos without the pressures of money. Donate now, link below. But now I'm going to lay in bed with a far different, higher priority. This is me in bed. Or a model shoot for a 2000s soap. Please don't let me turn out to be like Steve. Also, I know it's been pointed out in the comments that I'm only like a decade away from Steve's age. Yeah, I know. Why do you think I'm worried about turning into a sad old man? At 51, which isn't even old. Steve Sr. says, it's done. End of story. That's it. We're done. Rebecca says, sure. And she points out that's all because Steve is worried about how he's going to be perceived from his, I'm sure, very conservative friends. I love that he then backs it up with that he's being a kind and respectful person. Now, apart from the wedding day, when was the respectful, kind stuff? You're just a shitty old manipulator using 90s level toxic in 2026. If you're going to try and gas us, you're going to need a stronger spark.
I think I tried anyway, so.
He declares after saying, I'll pack my things. Oh, please, Silver Daddy, leave one of your beloved V-necks so we can remember you forever. Fuck off. Don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out. And yeah, you really tried. You really tried so hard. After watching this, wouldn't you love to hear from his ex-wife just to see if any of this reads true? I think it might. Steve then says, sorry this didn't work out the way you hoped, Rebecca. Which means you didn't hope for the same thing? You didn't want to find someone?
Yeah, and you can give them the TV gold that you've been holding back on, yeah?
Oh, come for her now. What a nasty little see you next Tuesday. So because she's a lot, she must be performative, right? People can have fun. And that can be their true self, Steve. You do know that, right? She's a woman in her 50s. She couldn't give two fucks anymore. This guy is pure toxic, and I love that Rebecca calls him the weakest man she's ever met. Oh, I would have paid money to see his face on the couch when she said that out loud. You know, when he's watching it back. Oh no, he's absolutely not watching this back. Oh my goodness. This has all happened, and we haven't even gotten to the tasks that were set from Rampola. Actually, did she even mention them? Sorry, I was so focused on Silverflop, I heard nothing else. The big fish is treating Alyssa to a cleaning service with a difference. He says, careful. Might poke her eye out as he drops his Dax to clean the apartment. But like, David, if you're going to be sexy, take your jocks off as well. Like, we can't see the front. He also makes his titties dance for her while he dusts in all the nooks and crannies. Oh, I don't want to get mad again, but there is a Steven on my screen. And at this stage, I don't really care which one it is? My answer is still no. Float Your Boat is trying to give a peace offering, but why? You don't want to be with her, so just apologize and move on. You don't need to lead her on further. And oh no, look at her face and reaction to the long stem roses, which are just in a box. They're just the box that they came in. She loves it. Also, roses are romantic, mate. Why are you doing this? What is the point? If you say that there's a connection, but then you don't feel it, I think you're just doing this because you feel bad that you hurt her and you want to look like a good guy.
I'm not giving up.
No, why? Rachel is going to move back in tomorrow. I mean, are you kidding me? I can't end it. End the whole episode. Just stop it now. I'm too mad. Is there more? My confusion continues after Brooke told us earlier that she needed some space from Chris. She's there, like, waiting for Chris? Why are you here? You can also tell that she's really paying attention. Look at her face. I almost feel bad for him as he tries to set up a spa night for her in the bathroom. And I said, almost feel bad. Brooke once again says that she feels smothered and she once again asks for space. But when you say space, you mean you don't want to be with him, right? So use those words instead of space. Why can nobody say what they actually mean on this fucking show? When she is presented with the romance overload in the bathroom, she treats it like a scene from a horror movie.
No, I don't want to.
Brooke goes on with like, why isn't he getting it? Because you said you need space, not, hey, I'm not into you. I'm just here for clout, likes, and follows. And also, BG Dubs, I can't drink champagne because of, I suddenly don't like it. Still, apparently she's going to use the bathroom and, oh, don't let it go to waste. And she is having a champagne. Interesting. Just trying to figure out the timeline. If you've read all this stuff in the news, you know what I'm talking about. Hater of fake tan, Chris Neal, thinks that Brooke is just holding her feelings back. No, mate. Her feelings are elsewhere. Let it go. Back with another doomed couple, Melusion and the farmer are about to get physical. I just want to do it in every video now, which is so great because these two have gone to... Wait, what base is shaking hands again? Oh, it's not even a base. They have to do the eye gaze, and I love this one. It's such a classic MAFS. 3 minutes of eye gazing. Luke, you should know by now, though, that Melusion only likes gazing when it's one way, and especially when the other person doesn't know. They have no idea. The edit tries to use this moment to make it seem like they're connecting. Are you buying it? Step 2, the hug. I mean, who wouldn't want to have a big farmer hold you? I think if farmers handed that out as a service, I would book mine today. Oh, a rock hard farmer hug. I didn't say what part was rock hard. As Melusion would say, night made. Oh no, Melusion, during this hug, your face is giving away that you're hating this so much, no matter how much you paint that smile on. And it's so tedious. The edit is into overdrive, trying to white knuckle this redemption arc. The alarm goes off. And they're in so much like with each other that they didn't even notice. Lies. Look how quickly they disconnect. Apparently, she is shooketh to her core that they have done these tasks. And so am I. First, we've got Steve gaslighting us, and now the editors. I can't with this episode.
Rachel's home.
Oh, God. Don't kick me while I'm down, please. Anyone else notice when they have a quick hug that holds for just a second longer to see if he's going to lean in for a kiss? He does not take the bait, but then the task is going to force him to do it. They have been set the very scientific task of kissing for a full 3 minutes. Rachel leaves the fish in Stephen's boat. Ball in court, you get it? Because she knows how weird he is about intimacy. Hey, should you and I feel bad about ourselves because of how many people we've kissed? I mean, in my 20s alone, on a sticky carpet dance floor, insert small country town name here, I would just make out with someone, have a dance, head home. No biggie. I know I'm such a kissing sluzzer. Anyway, he goes for it. And actually, it's not as awkward as I would have imagined it to be. Like zero passion, but I did expect way worse. Rachel, sadly, really feels something. And then at the end, he wants another hug. No, he's not going to go back in for another kiss. That's crazy. 2 kisses in one day. Guys, oh no, a bride has gone missing. Who could it be? Obviously, it's Brooke. I love all the shots of an empty apartment. Chris is heartbroken. She was the match for him. Not short, tanned, Oompa Loompa-like. He thought that the science had served him. He started to believe in the experts, and as I always say, MAFS is a trap. Brooke was only ever here to pump up her own brand, that's it. And what? Oh, now this is where we leave the episode. Oh, I really wanted to see the fallout from Shattered Dreams Man and the bisexual. What, nothing? So I guess Grayson doesn't get to have his intimacy week. Okay, send me the hard drives, Endemolshine. I guess we'll have to wait for the dinner party, which is the next episode, and they are pumping this episode up to be the biggest blow up of all time, so fingers crossed. If you went all the way with me, you are now officially in the All the Way Club. Because you're not a prude like Steven Sr., or Junior, I guess, a little bit. Pick whichever one you want. I want you to put a kiss or a hug in the comments below. But whatever you choose, you and I must be doing for 3 whole minutes. If you are new, that's aggressive, isn't it? If you are new to Rehashed, like this video and subscribe. Also, let me know if you are a fresh, sweet baby angel or sasshole, and keep watching.